Hello, welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander with Bona Adhesives.
And I'm Rob Johnson with the Bona Training.
How we doing, Rob?
Pretty good, Mr. Highlander. How are you?
Well, I think I'm getting sick.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah,
what happened? You
I don't
just
know.
feeling down?
My tummy hurts and I got a sore throat.
Way to man up on that stuff.
Thank you.
Well, it's funny you said that because you know me, I like to cook, right?
Yeah.
I like cooking. I
Hmm.
do like cooking. I never thought I'd like, but I do like to cook. So I pride myself too on I'm pretty good at making soup. Okay.
Hmm.
You name it, soups are, pretty easy. You should try making soups if you can't cook. A little of this, a little of that. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
have to really follow a recipe.
Yeah.
But I make this soup yesterday and it's got some turkey in it and some sausage and chicken and broccoli. Yeah, it's got a bunch of
Hmm.
stuff in it. I don't even know what to call it. It's not really a vegetable. It's not really whatever. But I thought it had kind of a funny taste to it. I can't stop laughing about this. Okay. And so I'm, kind of eating it for dinner last night, and I'm like, I don't know, something ain't right, just
Hmm.
tastes off. So I said to Pauline, I go, hey, do me a favor and try this soup, will you? She took one mouthful and started to almost throw up and spit it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
So she's like, what the? And I said, yeah, I thought it had a funny taste. I said, but I didn't think it was that brutal. But I'll tell you what, I can't stop laughing about her reaction. I mean,
Wow.
she lunges across the kitchen, spits it out in the garbage can, and I mean spitting and gagging. And I said, yeah, I thought it tasted funny. I didn't think it tasted, you know,
Yeah.
that bad. But
Hmm.
And she's, never a critic of my, like I could make her anything. She's just happy that I made something and, she doesn't have to cook.
Hmm.
But this was, I wish I had had this reaction on film because I laughed about it all night long. Every time I looked at her or the pot of soup, I just
Well,
started cracking up.
did you ever realize what you did wrong?
No, no, I, I really don't.
Okay. Oh, that's too funny. All right. Well, well, so
Big
weird to
day
say.
coming up tomorrow, huh?
For what?
Oh man.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
No,
come
no,
on
no.
now. Come
No,
on.
no, okay, I got it now. Valentine's Day. All right, I'm with
There
you.
you that a boy.
I already bought my card for Judy. Yep. So,
Nice.
yeah, we're gonna go out. Well, actually, I'm going fishing all day tomorrow on Valentine's Day, so I can reflect on how much I love Judy and how much I appreciate her all day long.
Just keep sending her the AI poems right from the boat.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and before we start on our what we're going to talk about on our podcast, and speaking of fishing, I was going to kind of relay fishing a little bit to work, and there's a tie-in there, and people that are bass fishermen kind of know this at some level if they're tournament fishermen. But I was listening to a guy, and man, these young fishermen are incredible. Some of these young guys are out of this world. How they break these things down. But um, they're talking this fisherman on a podcast. He was talking about how he fishes tournaments and how he does what he does and whatever. And he came up with such a really good point as that if you set the trolling motor because you can set the trolling motor at a certain speed, right? While you're fishing. He said if you set the trolling motor, say 1.7 miles per hour and fish for 8 hours, you're going to cover 13.6 miles. But if you set the trolling motor at 2.4 miles for 8 hours, you're going to cover 19.2 miles. That's 5.6 more miles or 41% increased opportunity to come across fish. Isn't that something?
Did
I
you
mean, if you
already
think
talk
about that.
about this?
No, we never talked about this. I just learned this the other day.
Are you sure?
I am one. Did we talk about
I
this? I
I
don't think we did.
I kind of thought, or maybe you
No,
just told me.
no. We never talked about it. I don't think I even told you. Maybe you
Listen,
dreamed it.
there, no, because you were gonna take this into how that
Well,
folds
well,
over into your career.
that's what I was going to say.
The trolling motor thing going a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay,
thought I
maybe
maybe you
being,
told me. Maybe I don't.
yeah,
Maybe you didn't talk about it on the show. Maybe you just
yeah,
told me
maybe that's
and
what it
thought
was.
this is a good idea for a show.
It would be really good if one of us had a good memory.
That
But
wave that's that wave bye a few years
yeah,
ago.
yeah. The reason I
Everything just
blend into,
rolls into one
yeah,
big ball.
the reason I say this is that when I started thinking about this, and it's the same thing as work with techniques. You know, if you can get your edging technique down and to, I remember one guy used to go through 3 grits on every job. Start with 50, then go to 80, then 120. Well, which I think is unnecessary most of the time. But if you can if I can get that dialed down, if I can get even on the big machine, um, when you're running the big machine, how you stop when on your backwards pass. I told you I plant my right heel and let the wheel run into that, and it gives me my forward momentum to go forward. I think
Yes.
you talked about one time where if you can on your passes with a big machine, how you can decrease the amount of time it takes you to sand the floor with one of those. But then if you know, on every job can cut down your steps, and I'm not talking about taking shortcuts because then it doesn't matter. Then it's all off the table. But streamline your process and get in the habit of streamlining your process and all your steps to make the jobs more because I knew a really good floor guy and he would always give you a great result. But every 3 steps he took 1 step back. And it was like, man, he's going to get there and he's going to end up with a sensational floor. But the amount of steps it took him to get there was like, it's not worth it. Like you got to cut some of this stuff out, man.
I
So,
You know what? That is one of my I don't know why, but it's definitely one of my favorite things to teach um students at the class. And it's just what you were saying. Um about when a guy is and it's really you see it with new guys. Very rare do guys who have been running a big machine for a while. Very rare do you see them doing this. But the new guys, it takes, and I show them. I count it right out in front of them. It takes 4 seconds for the new guys to move the machine over to the next pass. You know what I mean? They move it over, they line it up, and they go. And I said, all right. And it's one of my, like I said, it's one of my favorite things because now I'm like, watch when I do what you just did and count it out. And it's literally one Mississippi, four Mississippi. I
mhm.
go, that's 4 seconds. We're talking about streamlining now. So I say, okay, so that's 4 seconds. And I said, no, 4 seconds doesn't seem like much. But a good floor guy can do about 600 feet in a day, which would be four 12 by 12 rooms, roughly.
Mhm.
A 12 by 12 room, how many passes are you going to make? It's 72. And then 3 cuts is 216. What it
Mhm.
works out to is, 4 times 216 equals around, close to 900 seconds, which
Yeah.
is 15 minutes a room. If you do 4 rooms a day, that's 1 hour that
Yeah.
you spent. Okay. But the other thing, and I'm going to try to bring this home now, but the other thing I tell them is not only I get you an hour home or an hour earlier home, or you can do more work or whatever.
Hmm.
But every time that you start over, you completely break your momentum and your rhythm. And I said, and that's where you're really going to pick up that 4 seconds. I go, that 4 seconds is going to turn into a lot more than 1 hour.
Hmm.
Because, think about it. If you stop every single time and the new guys line that machine up and then they start going again, I go, so it's like you are starting a new pass every single time. Every
Yeah.
every time you're starting over. So it's one of my favorite things. That is one of my favorite. Watch the light bulb go off in their head because then I'll say, all right, do it my way. Just step forward, crank it over a little bit, take that angle out on your way back, right? And I said it's gonna feel a little awkward, but and then like 8, 10 passes in, you just see the light switch go off, and they just.
Yeah.
I said, see, and you're doing a better job. You get more rhythm, more momentum, and everything. You're not breaking it. So
When
yeah,
you
I'm glad you mentioned that. That is definitely one of my favorite things to show people at the school.
when you say get in a rhythm, I've never done anything else with a big machine ever that got me more in the rhythm of doing this. And I want to explain this. If you can visualize this, when you're coming back on your backwards pass and you're coming to the end of the pass and you're getting ready to lift the handle, like I said, I plant my right foot, and maybe because I'm right-handed, I don't know, but I plant my right foot and I put my toes going up. And I run the machine into it. It acts like a brake for the machine, but also gives me the fulcrum, for momentum to go forward. You know what I mean? It's like a brake,
Yes.
and it's like taking it off your arms and your body, and your foot absorbs that and then catapults it forward to the next run.
Lenny
And
Hall does the same exact move, the
okay,
absolute same exact move.
and I don't know where I got it from, but I tell you, I believe it was an NWFA class years and years and years ago, and nothing was even said. I watched the guy and I went, "Damn, I got it." Didn't have to even say anything. I got it. It's smart, and I think it was a gym contractor at the time. I believe it
I
was.
don't
I
do. I
won't swear
don't
to
use
it.
my foot. I do a belly bump. Boom. Boom.
Yep, yep. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
some people's feet are a little closer to the machine. Some people's
yeah,
feet are a little bit further away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
I
get
I
it.
do. I always do the belly bump.
Plus, you
But it's
got
funny you
small.
said that because I remember one of the first times I did a school with Lenny, an NWFA school in Philadelphia, and I was watching him. I'm like, oh, he's a foot guy. Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the exact same motion you're talking about to keep that rhythm, keep that momentum, you know,
Yeah,
just
and
going.
I mean, you've got small feet. You would probably miss it half the time. You,
No, my feet are size
yeah.
11. I wouldn't say
Oh, well,
that's
hey,
small.
listen, I'm not judging. Um, no, but like I said, I just think, I don't fish tournaments. I have no desire to, but it just, when he started talking about that, because some people are not comfortable fishing faster, you know what I mean? But if you can get comfortable that way, look how much more productive you are. And that, man, it just relates to it's the same thing. And I'll tell you when I got more streamlined than I ever have. In the last 4 or 5, maybe 4 years, I worked by myself completely. Um, and then I think when you are a sole proprietor that works by yourself, you're going to cut down on trips to the van. You're going to cut down on any excess trips, any excess movements, any excess things you don't need to do. You will cut those out because there's not two guys doing it or three guys doing it. It's you doing everything. So you will break it down, even rolling up the cord, every little small things you do, where you put the garbage can, all these things, you get them to where if you work by yourself, you will be as streamlined as you will ever get in this industry.
So
So
that's how you ended up, huh? Your brothers, Jeremiah, everybody just finally threw you off of the job,
beat me up.
and you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
Wayne Highlander solo.
yeah, yeah.
Just me.
And
That was the name of your company, probably. It's just me.
yeah, yeah. As I closed the door, I said, "You didn't have me to kick around anymore," and I left.
It's just me.
Mhm.
That would be a good name for a company. It's just me.
Rob, I called and I told you this. I started to tell you this over the weekend. In fact, it was funny. I sent you a text. I said, I was,
Yeah, read the text to
what was it?
everybody because
Let me see, Rob Johnson. I can't believe you said you wrote what you wrote.
yeah,
I I
uh,
I
read
said
it.
I
Okay.
said another flooring nightmare last night. What the hell? Exclamation mark. You said what happened? I said I was positive it was natural seal and I only had amber seal, but when I went upstairs to coat, it looked exactly like amber seal now. So I didn't know what to coat it with. Depending on the light, it could be both. Then I didn't have enough finish, so I knew it was going to add another day to the job. Now I think the homeowner thinks I'm losing money and thinks I'm an idiot. Uh, what a nightmare. Uh, 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 okay, yeah, you must have called me after you called me after that
I
because
called you.
you
Yes,
said, what are you
right.
doing, floors? I said, no, it was a nightmare.
So
I
when you said this is what a flooring nightmare, I thought when
yeah,
guys call me, it's like, man, I got a
right,
nightmare going, right?
right,
And
yeah.
then they tell me your thing. So Wayne sends me this text. I got a flooring nightmare, and he's going on and on and on, and I'm thinking, what the hell is he doing side jobs for at his age and stature in the industry? And I'm thinking to myself, that son of a bitch is still out doing floors. What a guy.
Mhm, mhm.
So I said, oh, I'm going to call Wayne and, maybe I can help him out. And I don't know how it was a work dream, everybody. It was a work dream that he was having. And that's what today's show is about, work dreams.
Why? Rob, it's been 17 years since I did floors. Why am I still having dreams once in a while about doing floors? Now, first of all, it is so vivid that I remember opening the side door of the van. So there was no doubt in my mind that it was a clear seal stain, a finish. And gonna be natural. I go to the van to get clear seal. Well, I didn't have any. All I had was amber seal, but I only had 1 gallon. And when I went up to the job, now it looks exactly like amber seal. Like depending on where I'm standing in the floor and what have you, it's like, it's one or the other, but I didn't have enough finish. And how in the world did I not have enough finish? I won't have enough time to get the distributor to get any more. And now I have to add another day to the job. And I was mad. First of all, I would rarely, and I'm talking about rarely, ever catch myself in a position like that I didn't have enough product on the job. I mean, I would fire myself for that. You know what I mean? And it was so clear to me that it was a certain color. And then when I went back, it was like, well, wait a minute, it's this color. So I don't know. But it also, you know what I think that stems from? Years of, when you got to, picking a color is so subjective. It's like one of the only things on the job I think could go wrong with me because it's not a right or wrong thing. It's a subjective thing. It's like this, that, and the other. So we've all been there. I think when you like, all right, it's going to be this color, no doubt about it. I mean, it looks dead on this color. You put that color on. Wow. No, it's not that color. Well, let's go to this color then. It must be this color. And then you stand back, and look at it, goes, yeah, it looks like that color. And but from this light, the other one looks like a better color. You know what I mean? Like the light can fool you in different rooms. And what do you err on the dark side or the light side? And maybe the homeowner's gone because they're on vacation and you can't get their input. So you're making the call now. You know what I mean? I don't know how many times on a job when they'll say, okay, it's, we agree on a color. But then after I look at things and size things up, I add a little bit of my own special color to it, thinking that I'm thinking for everybody. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Jeremiah Strong will testify to this. So many colors when it's agreed on this color, and they leave and everything time to do the floor, and I add some more color to a different color to it. He's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "No, I know it's this color. It is this color." And I never had a problem with it. I mean, honest to God, I don't think I've ever had a problem with it. But I think we've all been there where you have that nightmare scenario when it comes to staining a floor or coating a floor?
You know, I know it has not what we were going to talk about today, but the last class I did down in Florida last week, I had a long talk with people kind of on this subject of Nordic Seal. And I told this company, I go, the way to price out your Nordic Seal is have it in your contract as per coat of Nordic Seal because you can show somebody a sample, just like you're saying. You
Mhm.
can look at, okay, here's your sample. This is what it's going to look like. But now I put it in a whole room and the color of the walls, the ceiling, daytime, nighttime, that's going to have a huge effect on color. So I was explaining to this crew, let the homeowner make the decision on it, but have the money talk beforehand. Because that way you're not going to get in that trap of like, okay, I did one coat or Nordic, you know, that's what you
Well,
wanted. And then they see it and they're like, oh no, it needs to be. Well, now the next one is, well, I got to charge you this,
you know what,
where
Rob?
that money talk is completely out of the way. One, two, three coats in Nordic Seal. I just been helping people figure that one out. It seems to
Th
work really well for people.
that is an absolutely fantastic idea. That is a brilliant
Fell for
idea.
me.
Oh, I really like that idea because on that particular color, it is such a subjective thing. And you're right, it can look in a sample area one color to the homeowner's eye, but then when you extrapolate it out the entire floor, well, maybe it didn't look as white as you thought it looked when you were staring at this sample. Maybe it needs more color. And this way, you take it off the table of, well, now I got a uncomfortable thing of asking them for more money. You do it ahead of time. Say on this finish or this sealer, it's if you want to do a second coat of it, it adds this much to it. I think that's a great idea.
Nice. Wow. We're off to a good start.
Yes, we are.
Now, back to what we're really talking about.
My dream.
I think, when I finally called you and said, I can't believe he's doing sideways. Actually, I said that to Pauline. I was riding with her. I go, I gotta call Wayne. He's doing side jobs and it sounds like he's in trouble, which is kind of funny that he's calling me.
Well, that's not, I would call you.
And I just thought when you found out that it was a work dream. Now, Pauline can almost tell in the mornings sometimes if I've had a work dream. And I think I've even talked about it on the show. My work dreams, 90% of my work dreams are going back to bowling alley days and Uncle Fred just giving me the impossible task. Okay. Like this, you can't rip out 16 lanes by lunchtime. That
Yeah.
it takes 2 weeks. Okay. And those were the kind of scenarios. But the last one I had, and I think I even talked about it on the show. He had me putting in 200-foot bowling alleys, 200 feet long,
Lanes.
lanes, 200 feet long,
What
right?
are they? What are they typically? About 100?
60,
Okay.
right? And and he's got me building 200-foot lanes, and the whole time I'm saying, look, Fred, you the you
You
can't
can't
hold
book.
the ball won't stay on the lane that long,
Yeah.
And he's just like, this is it. This is what you have to
Yeah.
do. And literally, I think I start waking myself up because it always ends the same thing. Like, I don't even work for you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There must be some psychological reason for these
Well,
dreams.
when you told me about your dream, your nightmare, and I just started cracking up because I have them all the time. So I thought every floor guy out there has got to be having the same dreams we do.
Mhm.
So I Googled work dreams. Holy crap. This is a huge thing. It's not just us, it's everybody. Or well, not everybody, but you know, I think most of us who give a about what we do
Yeah.
will have work dreams.
Okay.
So that's what some of the things we're going to be talking about if we ever get to that part of it.
Okay.
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 So, so why do we have work dreams, Wayne?
Well,
You
I
want me
don't
to
know.
answer?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
answer it.
Yeah.
Number one reason, stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
Stress and anxiety.
Yeah. But
The other
why?
thing,
But
the
why?
other,
Okay. But
so there's like two big reasons.
okay.
I'm even going to get some freaking Freud in here. Okay.
Well, okay. All right.
Okay. The real two big reasons, or the reasons, not two, stress and anxiety and daily processing of positives and negatives. So with us, it seems like the days that we're having these dreams were days that we had some real negative stuff going on. So when you had your dream, what was
Yeah.
going on? Did you have a negative?
No, I don't
You
think
didn't have
so.
any? It was a Friday
What
night.
do
You
you,
had that dream.
what are you like a psychiatrist now?
Well,
Um,
half a
it,
psychiatrist. Yeah,
was,
I can read.
it was a Friday night.
You had that because you called me Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
had to have that Friday night. So what triggered that dream on Thursday or Friday? Probably something triggered it on Friday.
Well, it must have been Friday, if anything, but I can't recall any reason that I would be stressed about. And if I were to be stressed, why would I go back to something 17 years ago, Doc? Why not something
Well,
like
look, that
real?
I just had an hour to peruse this stuff. Okay, I'm not a
Okay.
professional yet. Give me another hour or two. With,
Okay.
with maybe I'll look up another article
Yeah.
also. Okay, but I think we tend to process more the negative stuff because my work dreams are never like, hey, I'm accepting an
Yeah.
award for Salesman of the Year
Yeah.
stuff or Trainer of the Year. No,
Hmm.
my that's not my work dreams. They're always negative.
Yeah. They're always nightmares.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a trip.
Yeah. And I don't have Bona nightmares. They're always back to
That's what I mean. That's
the
the odd
family
part.
business, like yours.
Yeah.
You went back to yeah, you
Doing
went back to
floors.
doing floors.
I wonder if because like I could see if you were in jail for 20 years, right? And there's a lot of traumatic stuff going on in jail, I would imagine. Um, and I could see that being those guys having dreams the rest of their life about being in prison because it's so traumatic. But of course, it's a tough job. But is it that tough that after all these years you still have nightmares about it? Maybe that tells you
Well,
the
wait a
stress.
minute.
Maybe that shows you the amount of stress that you're under and that you carry with you every day.
Well,
Doing,
let me tell you what Freud says.
all right. Do I really want to know?
Dr. Sigmund Freud. That's why the guy was brilliant. I think he even might have wrote a book or two, right?
If you say it's something about my mom, I'm going to punch you in the face.
No, no. I could use a good whooping, but here's what Freud says.
Okay.
Okay. Dreams are the mind's way of dealing with situations we want to avoid
Say that again.
due to stress and annoyance. I'll
Okay.
say it again. Dreams are the mind's way of dealing with situations we want to avoid. Bingo. Okay? We
Okay.
want to avoid due to stress and annoyance. So, your dream about the homeowner thinking you're a dope, or
Hmm.
that's what I thought was so funny about your dream was not only you're trying to match color, but you didn't want the homeowner to think you're an idiot or trying to screw her.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't understand why. So is this our mind telling us I definitely don't want to be going back and doing bowling alleys ever again in my life? That part of my life is over.
I don't think that's it, but it
Well,
makes sense.
Freud, well, what are you smarter than Freud now?
No, no, no. I'm saying I can see what he's saying. I can see what he's saying because it would make sense that it's like a warning system for you to like,
Yes.
don't put yourself in these situations anymore, and that stays with you. But
Yes.
I'm not doing floors anymore, so it doesn't pertain to me anymore.
No, this is where you're wrong. Okay. This is where I don't think we're either of us can really see it. I'm not doing bowling alleys anymore. I haven't done bowling alleys in 20 years.
Hmm.
But every one of my dreams, every one of my work dreams has something to do with bowling alleys.
You know what? Here's what I wonder if we could do this. I'd like for you to go to a psychiatrist and don't tell him you're in the flooring business. Just tell him every dream you have is a nightmare about being in a bowling alley. And I'll pay half the money. We'll split it, and you just take notes and see what he says.
Pauline, I swear to you, for 30 years, Pauline has been begging me to go see a
Well,
therapist or something. Go get therapy.
that tracks. Yeah.
She is just, and I'm like, why? I'm my own therapist. I'm
Hmm.
good. Okay. I get up, I wake myself up from these crazy dreams saying to my uncle, I don't even work for you anymore. And then,
Is he still alive?
yes,
You need
yep.
to go talk to him, and you need to tell him, "Look, man, I'm still having nightmares about you. I don't even work for you anymore.
Well, you know what's funny?
There's some unresolved stuff there."
I definitely think I will because the whole family's going down to my niece's graduation in Florida in May. So maybe I'll pull Uncle Freddie aside and have a little talk with him. You
In his
know,
time.
yep. Please just deck me. Just
Yeah.
take your best shot, lay me out,
Mm.
and let me sleep in peace. But like Freud says, it's the mind's way of dealing with situations we want to avoid. Bingo. There it is. Right
Uh,
there.
yeah, I could see, I could see that in some level. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's nuts.
Yep.
So what's the meaning behind these dreams? Well, let me tell you, Wayne.
Okay.
It's stress in daily life showing up in our dreams. That's why I want to know what happened to you on that Friday.
Okay. I think that I handle stress pretty well. I think there was a time that I didn't, well, but also I had a lot more stress when anybody owns a business. It's a very, very stressful thing. But nowadays, I think I'm okay with stress. I think I handle stress pretty good.
Now, here's another thing that they said. The more stress you have, the more dreams you have, more negative dreams you have.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
But these dreams are good because it does help us deal with that daily process of the positives and negatives of the day. So like you said, a
Hmm.
coping mechanism. And you're not even Freud, and you kind of knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think, most of my
Did
dreams are
you did you ever imagine that we would be on a podcast quoting Sigmund Freud
no. Uh-uh.
and tying it into floor guys?
Nope. I can't say so. You ever have a dream so good you didn't want to wake up?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had those dreams too.
Yeah.
I had a dream when I was a little kid.
I can't talk about them.
Well,
You
I
know,
know. Yeah, I hear
yeah, I can't.
you. Amen. Um, but I remember I was
Gonna
living in
give
Colorado.
myself a bell for that one.
Yeah, that's good. I think I was like 6 or 7 years old, living in Colorado, and I still remember that dream. It was such a heartbreaker. You know what the dream was? I had a dream that I got a brand new bike and a camera. The dream was so real when I woke up, I went around the house looking for it outside the house. And
But you
I
woke
s-
up in England delivering milk
yeah, yeah,
and fighting kids.
yeah. Just
Who can
imagine
kick
that
harder? Who kicks
dreams
harder?
a dream so real that I went outside the house looking for the bike. Oh my God. All right. What else we got?
Um, let me think here. All right. So it says here the three basic needs that we're looking for to fit into society. That can be coming up in your dreams. Um, one is competence, the other one is autonomy, and the other one is um relatedness. I don't know.
Yeah.
It, I feel that we all kind of fit in, but take a look at that.
All right, I will.
Yeah, you take
I'll
a
think
look at
about
that.
that. I'll think about
Yeah,
that next week until our next appointment,
yeah,
Doc.
exactly. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you really helped me.
But now here's what else I got from that article. It's 12, and I think we talked about this before. 12 ways. I don't even want to call it 12 because I don't think I used all of them, but ways for better sleep.
Okay.
Because that's the other thing about floor guys, especially the owners of these companies and everything. I mean, yeah, it's hard work and everything, but now you throw the hard work and the stress of running a business and everything. So here's some tricks maybe to help you sleep. I just love that you and I are giving medical advice on this is
Well,
so funny.
yeah, let's hear this BS.
All right. First one, keep a schedule. Start to keep a schedule.
Yeah,
And the schedule is
I'm
making
already
sure you go to
mad.
bed at the same time,
Okay.
what you ate, how many times you woke up during the night.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Start keeping a schedule of that stuff. The next one is this is a journal, keeping a journal, because this is some of the stuff that can keep you awake. Now, the journal is different than the schedule. So by the time I'm done, you're going to need about 5 notebooks by your bed.
I'm gonna
Okay.
throw up.
Yeah. Oh, did
What
you
kind of
take my
grown
soup?
man? Kind of grown man is?
Did you taste the soup?
Yeah. What kind of grown man is going to keep a journal at night and journal?
Wait a
Besides,
minute. Now,
how,
listen, yeah, for you and I, we don't have the stress of running our own business anymore. Okay?
listen. At no
Listen,
time in my life, after the age of 7, am I going to have a journal.
listen, and this is why you ended up working alone and nobody would have anything to do with you.
Okay.
Okay? Jeremiah, one of the nicest guys in the world, he finally threw you out. Your
Yeah.
brothers,
Yeah.
I've met your
Done with
brothers,
me.
great guys.
Yeah.
They gave you the heave ho. Okay? Maybe, maybe if you kept a journal,
Listen.
listen, wait a second now. This is for all. Look, there's going to be people listening to this show that they sleep like a baby. They don't need any of this stuff. They go to bed,
Yeah.
bingo, right? This is for the people who aren't sleeping. Like
Yeah.
I sleep pretty good. I don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, Pauline sleeps terrible.
Yeah.
So I've told her, hey, try this. But let me just get through the journal part. The journal thing is you write down before you go to bed highs and lows of the day. Just quick highs and lows of the day. So what they're saying is if you do this, you might not have to replay it in your head and you'll sleep better. Look, I know you're not going to keep a journal because you're Wayne Islander. I get it.
Okay. I'm worried about the person who's going to find the journal.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Maybe not,
Yeah,
learn how to write in code.
yeah,
You ever see that movie Wind Talkers,
yep.
where they hired the Indians in World War
Hmm.
II?
Hmm.
Great movie. They talked in code.
Yeah,
Okay. So now we're keeping the journal, right? So wait a minute. So the first one, what was the first one? Yeah, we're going to keep a schedule.
yeah,
Now we're going to keep a journal.
yeah.
Now the third one is write down your to-do list, not in your journal, but on that other notebook of your to-do list. What do I need to do tomorrow? Because thinking about what you have to do tomorrow can also interfere with your sleep.
Okay.
That's what I told Pauline to do. She can't turn her brain off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a gift.
I'm trying to turn mine off now.
I know you are. I I have a gift. I can just like that. Hop on a plane, boom. I'm asleep before the thing takes off.
You, you're like a chicken. Every day's a brand new day to you.
Yeah, the goldfish. Right.
Hmm.
No memory. Yeah. But the to-do list, that one I have mentioned to Pauline, like try writing your to-do list and then maybe that will uh
I
let you
do
rest a little.
that. I do that, but I don't wait till that nighttime to do that. I mean, I do that while I'm thinking about it fresh at the end of the day.
No, this is stuff that you want to do before you go to bed to help you
Okay.
sleep better.
Okay.
Another to-do list.
Hmm.
Not the one in your office, but no eating 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed.
Okay.
That's a tough one. I'm a yeah, I'm a night feeder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could probably tell.
Well, saying 8 o'clock is
Yeah.
a tough time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
What time do you go to bed?
Usually around 11.
Are you snacking the whole way?
No, no, but
That a boy.
I don't snack very much at night, but usually if I get hungry, it's about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No eating. Okay. Uh, now, of course, remember, we're not doctors, but there are some supplements that you can take. So the supplements that they recommend are magnesium, melatonin, ashwagandha. Uh, I never heard of that last one.
I also recommend that you go on a ayahuasca journey.
Those they said those supplements can help calm your mind down. Okay, keep the helps keep the mind calm.
Okay.
No TV, no TV, no phone. 1 hour before you go to bed. Something about some blue light screws up your brain waves or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm doing then for that hour.
Well, why don't you mix in stretching, gentle stretching?
Ah,
Why don't you do
that
some
was
gentle
coming.
stretching?
That was coming. Did you read any of the that I sent you
No,
on
I
this?
didn't.
Oh, well, that's it. Stretching, yoga.
Nobody's going to do that. You know who does yoga?
Stretching, here's what they said: stretching, yoga, and breathing exercises.
I believe in the breathing exercises. I really do.
You do.
Breathing
Can you do
exercise,
it?
yeah, 100%.
What? Give me
No.
a breathing exercise. What is a breathing exercise?
Oh, okay. Well, hang on one second.
Let's really help let's help the viewers
All
here, the
right.
listeners.
Look up a guy named Wim Hof, Wimhof, also known
Wim
as
Hof.
also known as the Iceman. He's set the Guinness World Record for cold plunging and stuff like that. But he also does breathing exercises that will calm you down. I mean, they are incredible. I'm going to find it and I'll send it to you. And it'll either help you or kill you. Um, um, Let's
How will it
see.
kill me?
Because the breathing thing is weird, man. Um,
And you do
no,
this every night before you go to bed.
no, but I used to. But then I started thinking that might give me a heart attack, so I stopped breathing. Uh, no, seriously, it is really, really good. It's guided Wim Hof breathing on YouTube. So guided Wim Hof breath work. Okay. And again, it's WIMHOF. And seriously, if you have anxiety or you're worried or you're stressed or whatever, or you want to just like do it like a meditation, what he does is unreal. I tried it. I don't know who recommended it to me, and I did try it, and the guy is incredible.
We should
So
see if we can get him on the show.
not by a landslide would we get him on the show. Besides, I think he lives in the
Yeah, we haven't
Netherlands.
even tried.
You know what?
Why not?
We could try. He lives in
Why not us?
the Netherlands. You know what?
He'll
You know
sell
what?
some books.
He's
He'll sell some books.
tell you what. I like what you said. Why not us? I like that
Why not
attitude.
us?
All right, I'm going to see if we can get him on the
Remember, I
show.
mean, we had that famous blind guy on who was making TV commercials. He was on the
Yeah.
show,
Yep. Yep.
which I always laugh like hell about that commercial that he told us to look at.
Good. All right.
The blind guy driving the car.
Yeah, he was awesome. The Subaru
That was
commercial.
fun.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah. Well, we screwed that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserved better. Our sound was not good on that show. So, too
Yeah, we'll
bad.
figure it out. Oh, some other things. Yeah, we got to wrap it up, but they said oil diffusers get a little moisture. Pauline does that sometimes. I'm not crazy about the smell. It smells like her mom's meatloaf, but
Probably because you touched it, it was on her hands.
I don't know what it is. No harsh lights or noise. I don't know. I think that one. Another one is relaxing, low lighting and relaxing music will help.
Yeah.
Uh, None of that helps for me. I
The
just I want it lights out.
yeah. Um, what's up with the moisturizer thing?
She takes oils and puts it into like a humidifier or something,
Hmm.
and
She didn't rub them on herself?
her hands sometimes, yeah, yeah, but it's not those kind of oils, so not those dream oils that you're dreaming about.
No, it's just that.
Lavender's the smell that she uses. It says it helps her sleep.
Okay.
Lavender. Yeah. Yeah.
She
So all you
uses,
floor guys out there, run out to the store, buy that oil diffuser humidifier thing in the lavender, and
yeah.
yeah, give that a shot.
There's not one floor man listening to the show that's going to A, journal, B, write down all these different things, put lavender on. None of these things. Stretch, listen to gentle music before they go to bed.
Eating 3-4 hours. No.
Yeah.
Well, we can only lead you to the water. You know what
I
I'm
will tell
saying?
you that. I will, you're right.
Uh,
And I will say the Wim Hof thing, you should look them up.
I'm gonna.
WIMHOF. And there's breathing exercises. If you do those, it puts you like in a more meditative state and everything is really, really interesting.
I don't know how many more things we can talk about. So,
Yeah.
but it all stemmed from your work dream that
Yeah.
I I just crack up thinking, oh,
Oh,
that's what you meant by that.
yes. My
Yeah,
gosh.
that's what you meant. I thought you were out doing side jobs thinking,
No. It
wow,
was
this guy just loves the craft. He can't get enough of it.
it was nice to wake up from that. We covered a little bit of ground there, a few different things. And there you go. Let's call it a day. This has been another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. Please stay tuned for another episode.